careful. Let's all make it home tonight.
So what's your name? Yullbrenna.
Ah, fresh meat!
Alright, hey everybody, Yullbrenna here with another Ability Arena gameplay video. This time we're going to be playing Counter-Terrorist, which is a god I think you can play every single time. He's used to not be that great, but he's received some buffs. He got an additional equipment, and I think he's in a better spot. So each time you upgrade your shop, you're going to get the choice of a piece of equipment, which you can see right here. I'm going to explain which ones I'm choosing, why I'm choosing those, and you know, which ones are beneficial and which ones to choose. At the moment, I have 2 points of Burning Barrage. Burning Barrage is a pretty solid spell, but it also needs some attack modifiers to really get going. Something like Essence Shift or Fury Swipes is really good with Burning Barrage, and so I just don't have that right now, so it's not the strongest. I pick up Wraith King because I need a little bit more frontline, and kind of just grabbing generic spells for my frontline so it can be a little more survivable. I don't know if a lot of these spells will be my long term, but we'll see how it goes. A bit of a miss on Burning Barrage, so I didn't get a lot of my damage. It's okay. And I see Time Walk, Counter Helix. Kind of like that idea. And it's time for me to upgrade my shop. So Smoke Grenade, that's going to silence enemies, and Incendiary Grenade is going to do some good damage. That's a good combo with the Smoke Grenade. You got the silence, then you got the slow and the damage. So it's something I'll combo with, and maybe I'll get a choice to use that in the future. Right now I'm just going to choose the Smoke Grenade. So it's going to silence enemies in that area. It's going to also scale as you upgrade the shop. So Counter-Terrorist is definitely one of those gods that you're going to want to go max shop in. So still struggling. You know, Counter-Terrorist isn't an early game god. It's going to be a late game god. I'm not too worried. I see Fiery Souls. Kind of want to pick that up. Yeah, just picking up good spells, seeing what's popping. Doing a little bit better. Let's see if we can turn this around. And definitely did a lot better. So I think I do need a little bit more frontline. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Omni Knight here, and grabbing just some generic good spells again. Overcharge, more Counter Helix, and Blink to get to their backline. Omni Knight will probably be my disruption unit. And then I just grabbed Plague Wards just to build Fiery Soul stacks at the moment. Probably not something I'll do long term, but I just need it for the time being. My Zeus is my main damage dealer and unfortunately got jumped, so not ideal. That's okay. So I might do a backline jumping build. So I grab some summons just in case I want to go that route. Unsure. I'm kind of seeing what is going to pop up. I almost have Fiery Souls to level 3. That'll be a good boost. So I think I'm going to lock shop for Fiery Souls level 3. Still struggling in the damage department. Really, this Zeus build is the only one that's doing damage right now. And I think it might be enough for me to finally win the round. I haven't been winning too much lately. So we'll go ahead and upgrade shop. And again, like I said, Incendiary Grenade I think combos really well with Smoke Grenade. You're going to have the Incendiary Grenade slowing, doing damage, and then you have the Smoke Grenade silencing. So I put those two items, or those two pieces of equipment, right on top of each other. Kind of struggling in the damage department, which is why I get Pulse Nova. Probably not something I'll get long term, but I just need the added damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in. So Mage Slayer always a generic good pickup. You can kind of throw it on whoever, and I'll get some backline disruption, and then probably go a Chain Frost route as well. So finding a lot of good ultimates. We'll see what happens. I'm going to be getting a new body soon, so I've got this crowded bench, and hopefully I can clean it up. Okay, so Snapfire, Universal Hero. I think I'm going to put the Burning Barrage build on him. It should combo pretty well. And then Zeus, I need to get some spells onto him. So I'm going to go with the classic combo, Paralyzing Cask and Chain Frost. So you have one thing bouncing, doing damage, the other thing bouncing and stunning the units, hopefully keeping them in the bombs that go off at the start of the round. And they're silenced, they're doing damage. And then you've got Chain Frost and Paralyzing Cask going off too. So let's see if this can work. So doing a little bit better on damage. The Pulse Nova is kind of working. There goes another set of Burning Barrage, and I think that combo worked out pretty well. So I like where this is going. And upgrade and immediately grab Riot Shield. So Riot Shield, you can see the radius that showed up at the start of the round. Anybody in that radius is going to take reduced damage for a time being. So try to get as many of your units in that radius, and it provides some really good damage reduction. I think out of all of the pieces of equipment, Riot Shield is one of the must-haves. You're going to want to get that one as early as possible. It just provides that damage reduction, and you can see all my units pretty much survived now that I have Riot Shield. That damage reduction is huge, and it's all at the start of the fight, which is, let's face it, one of the most important parts of the fight. So I pick up Pierce the Veil. I've got a couple levels of Overcharge as well. Could be my last build. Again, kind of seeing what pops. I'm not finding a lot of luck, but I'm finding a good amount of spells. Get some good bounces on Chain Frost. Zeus is clearly my early damage carry. And finally, my final unit pops out. So again, I have Pierce the Veil, I have Overcharge. I was thinking of going more of a shapeshift summons route, especially for another backline jumper, but it hasn't really been popping up, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Pierce the Veil Overcharge build for some backline damage. I get borrowed time now that I have added damage. I don't really need Pulse Nova anymore. I want more survivability up front. Zeus managed to get off all of his spells, and then he unfortunately died, but he just needs to get off his spells. He has that bonus attack rage as his innate, so he's going to be getting off short range of Paralyzing Cask a lot easier than other ones. So even though he's D tier, I think there is still some value if you just want to have a unit that gets off their spells really quickly, and it's a short cast range spell like Laser or Paralyzing Cask. He's just going to cast it real fast, and then he's all good. And again, once you cast Paralyzing Cask, once you cast Chain Frost, it's not that big a deal. A lot of disruption in their backline, causing problems. My backline is pretty much completely untouched because I'm silencing them, I'm slowing them down. I'm having a lot of trouble getting to my front line and my backline. So I find Blade Fury, really like that for the Omni Knight. I'm eventually going to throw that on him, and he'll be able to build Fiery Souls through Blink because it has a short cooldown there. So I'm not too worried about building stacks there, and I'm really just keeping Fiery Souls because you know, it's not super valuable on his build, but I have 3 points in it, and so I might as well keep it. Alright, and another win. You noticed really since Riot Shield, my build has just been doing really well. I'm on a winning streak. Again, I think that is one of the key pieces of equipment to this build. And I still have one more to go when I get max shop. And again, you do want to go max shop when you're playing counter terrorist. The pieces of equipment are just so valuable. I'm grabbing 1 point into Torrent. That's kind of just a value point. I don't think you need to go to level 3. Again, that's a good spell to get even out, but it's actually a good spell to just have one point just to get that value point stun. It's a long duration stun, and for just 1 point, I think it's very valuable. He's only going to get off the cast once per round anyways, so just leaving it at level 1 is fine. I grab Orchid. I have 2 attack damage units, so I might as well grab it, and I do 1 less upgrade. So I think I'm going to go with the decoy. I'll have my incendiary smoke combo, and then I'm going to have my decoy on the other side, so that'll attract some other unit and get them to attack him. Again, this is more disruption on their backline. Very helpful. So you can see the backline unit tried to cast Rolling Thunder, but is too busy attacking its decoy, and by the time it finally casts Rolling Thunder, it's too late. I've killed the rest of their build. So really good piece of equipment, like really valuable once you get everything together. And right now, I think the lobby is just having a tough time dealing with the combination of silence, the damage, the decoys, and of course the Riot Shield, I think, is providing a lot of good damage reduction to help my team survive and outlast the initial burst damage, and then deal the damage before the opponent can get off theirs. You can see I'm moving my items around, keeping my opponents guessing. Chain Frost just still doing work. Zeus is my top damage dealer. Shadow Fiend is slowly catching up. This Pierce the Veil Overcharge combo works out really well. I like getting Infernal Blade as well, so any carries that they have, Shadow Fiend's going to shut them down, and then Luminosity plus Pierce the Veil, those are 2 good damage spikes for Shadow Fiend, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage. A lot of units with the smoke grenade, so this guy's just having a lot of trouble, and I mean his guys could barely get any spells off. Looks like we're going to eliminate another opponent, and we're just going to be on the top 4 here. So I'm grabbing more points in Infernal Blade. Shadow Fiend's going to be my main carry, so I might as well go for it on spells with him. Luminosity, really great. Obviously, Pierce the Veil, a really great spell, one of the top tier spells. This opponent did jump on my backline, made it a little more difficult, but I managed to survive. Caused some problems for his backline, so he wasn't able to kill everybody. And Shadow Fiend survived, Snapfire survived, and it looks like I'm going to be able to win this round. So going for Inner Fire past level 3. Initially I was kind of keeping Wraithing spells at just level 3. Inner Fire I think is a really good spell. It's going to make him more survivable once I get it past, once I get it to super and potentially beyond. This guy gets to my backline, but Shadow Fiend is just destroying anybody that gets to my backline. Especially backline units that are trying to do physical damage. So Shadow Fiend is just pretty much being left untouched and is able to do just destroy them. So that's working out real well. I really like going to Luminosity. I like getting that spell. I think it provides a lot of good value going to Super and Gaben. So I'm definitely pursuing that. Moving my items around again, making sure they get a lot of coverage. Moving decoy up a little bit, just in case people are trying to avoid it, and it'll attract people in a bigger radius. I get some good hits on there. Chain Frost is bouncing around really well. And there's just a lot of disruption. Shadow Fiend is free to attack Zeus gets his spells off, and that opponent is just struggling. So I'm beating second place and doing really well. I've got Infernal Blade to super. I've also got Luminosity past super, so got a lot of really good. Shadow Fiend is finally surpassing Zeus in damage, but Zeus does have Chain Frost to level 6, so he's getting a lot of good damage off, and hopefully I can get a lot of that bounce build up. He has 2 backline jumpers. There's the power of the bounce build. They jump right next to each other and are stunned and killed off by Chain Frost, so really love that build, and it's showing the power of it right there. I had held off on going Time Walk past level 3, but might as well go for it. I'm on a winning streak, and I'm being a little greedy here, going for a lot of spells. So if things don't work out, maybe I'll focus it on the key spells, but right now I'm on a winning streak. We're in the top 3, and I can be a little greedy. This guy did move his Rolling Thunder, but still had trouble because he was getting silenced, and so a lot of his disruption is just completely not working, and my carries were able to survive. So final item, I usually go the Bloodthorn route. I already have Orchid, so I think I might just go straight attack speed with Moonshard. You know, Shadow Fiend, his build is just doing some absolute work. He's my top damage dealer. He really just needs more attack speed to do more damage, so I'll go ahead and give him the mood shard and switch up my items accordingly. Almost there on Luminosity. Would love to get that to Gaben. Almost there on Pierce the Veil, so really close on a few spells. It's just the top 2. So let's see if we can close this out right here. If not, we're going to get some good Gabens coming up if he manages to pull it. So I'm really confident in our build right now. Yeah, let's see if we can close this out. Yeah, Moonshard is a great call. Shadow Fiend is just unleashing damage, and it looks like I'm going to close this one out. Yeah, I think this match really showed the power of Counter-Strike. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Good one. Bye.